What's going on, everyone? My name is Ovi and welcome to a new FC25 tutorial. Today we're gonna talk about the updated best controller and camera settings in the game. If you're looking for cheap FC25 coins, make sure to check fifacoin.com, super fast delivery, and use the code OVI to get an even bigger discount. Link will be in the description. Today we're gonna see how control settings have changed, if they have changed throughout the season so far. We've got around 3 weeks since the game was started. We know what works now, we know what's overpowered, and before getting started, as always, make sure to smash the like button if you are enjoying this type of content on the channel. I want to start here with something very important. Best cameras in the game remain the co-op 1010 and variations of telebroadcast. Telebroadcast has an advantage if you can get used to it. It feels faster. Gameplay feels faster with telebroadcast. I would advise here a 10-0 at telebroadcast, or you can go 20-0. So it's 10-0, 20-0 from what I've tested. Those are the best. For example, I just prefer, it's just personal preference, co-op. It gives me more of the pitch, and I played this one, but a lot of pros are using telebroadcast. Connection seems to be a tad better, the responsiveness in the game. Now, let's get to gameplay. To press it here, it has to be competitive at controls. Shot assistance, very important here. I just came from... They're doing from a big event in Romania, a big pro player event, and I've seen a very weird thing. They have to play over their precision. Shots some were crazy, but I've seen in a derby, Puiu Răzvan was playing, a professional Romanian player, against another player, Mișu Catrina, another good player. 1-0 for Puiu. Opponent goes on the counter all alone with the goalkeeper. Pros are it's mandatory to have precision shooting, and he just destroyed the shot. It went 20 meters out. It was a disaster. I don't think necessarily because he was nervous. He was also nervous a bit, but I spoke with him after the game, and he told me, Ovi, the moment when I released the shot, the arrow of the shot, because when you use precision you have arrow on the screen, looked good. But due to the fact that connection was a bit gameplay was a bit slow on the stage, it registered the shot a tad later, and in that time when it registered a bit later, he got to move the left analog because he thought he already released the shot. You see, so precision can be very rewarding with shooting inside the box, but finesse shot trivelas are not that effective anymore, and it's too risky at times. Time finishing on, we have through pass assistance at semi, lobbed, semi, ground, assistant, cross. Here you have assisted or semi. Play with it, see which one suits you best. Lob pass assistance should be on assisted here. Pass receiver lock, I've seen people do a lot of things here. I've seen animation start, power up. I like to have it late. Precision pass sensitivity at normal. Then you get the clearance assistance at directional, because when you clear the ball, you want the ball to be cleared in the direction where you're playing where you're moving the left analog. Now, defending. I've come to believe that advanced defending is 5% better than tactical defender because you can push a lot the opponent. There are still a lot of pros that use tactical defending. I've, for example, got used to tactical defending, and I don't want to spend 1 week getting used to advanced defending, even though in the long term this one might be better. So if you're willing to sacrifice results for 1-2 weeks, advanced defending might be the way to go. Pass block assistance on should be on. Auto switching here, you've got manual only on air balls, automatic only on loose balls. Air balls and loose balls is the way to go, I would say here. Now, auto switching movement assistance on none. Here you got none, high, low, and none is the best. Right stick switching classic. Right stick switching preference player relative. You've got also ball relative, but player relative in my opinion is the best. Right stick switch sensitivity 4, 5, 6. I went with 5 over here. Next player switching classic. Closest to the ball, you got goal side, but Classic is the best. Also, make sure to have this off. Reaction time calibration needs to be off. It's disaster. Don't use it. Player lock on, of course. Then save assistance should be assisted. Analog sprint always off here. You know what happens if you have it on and you haven't fully pressed your right trigger, R2 or what you have on Xbox. RT, it's gonna be a disaster because the player is not gonna sprint at max speed instantly. With analog sprint off, it sprints at max speed instantly. I want to emphasize once again that tactical defender here might not be the best way to go. You could be better with advanced defending, but you will have to sacrifice a bit. Results per 1-2 weeks. And again, one thing that is important, if only it would be here, yes it is, shot assistance. Even though precision might be more rewarding in the box, all in all, assisted is something that you can rely on. That is my opinion. I've seen some crazy misses at this moment from pros in events, so that's why I cannot recommend precision. And with the camera, it's either co-op or telebroadcast. Those, in my opinion, are the absolute best that you should use. Also, for example, for me, I take off the player styles plus on overhead indicators. I don't like to have too many graphics on the screen. And also, I would love to get to disable a few more graphics, but I can't. The ones from the beginning. As you can see, I've got basically almost everything off. And also I recommend you here select the radar and use two colors that you're gonna get used to, because if you leave this random, it's gonna change from game to game. Maybe you have problems adapting. So I use, for me, white, opponent red, ID indicator off. And a lot of people ask me, how do I have the goal looks so nice. So I have, this is my net tension, loose, net shape, triangle, net meshing, hexagon. And as you can see here, hypermotion. Bro, during breaks, I don't know, sometimes it's like EA Sports is working against me, because I have it, I swear I put it on off, but sometimes it's go off. Here you can put also measurement system on metric. You can see centimeters, and basically that's it, guys. This is how I have my settings. Make sure to leave a comment below. Let me know if you've tested some of them. What do you prefer? And make sure to drop a like. I'll see you fellas in the upcoming videos. Bye bye.